Thank you. There. My dear compatriots, today, Sunday the 23rd of April, the French people have expressed themselves. Our country is going through an unexpected time marked by terrorism, economic challenges, social suffering, and ecological emergencies, but it's responded in the most beautiful fashion by voting massively. And the French people has decided to elect me at the first round of this election. And to be at the head of this first round. I measure this honor and the responsibility. Tonight, I would like to salute the other candidates who are present in the first round. Nathalie Arthaud, François Fillon, Nicolas Dupont-Aignan, Benoît Hamon, Jean Lassalle, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, and Philippe Benoît. Thank you for having applauded them just now. And that's just like you, and it's just like us. I know that there's sadness for those who supported them, and I'd like to thank Benoît Hamon and François Fillon for asking their supporters to vote for me. To all of those who since April 2016 have supported me by creating and making En Marche live, I'd like to say a few words to you. In 1 year, we have changed the face of French political life. The deep, organic feeling that always carried our people, commitment to the nation, energy over and above division, is shown tonight, is demonstrated tonight. I will never forget the public opinion and the energy that a great number of you have put in order to ensure this, because over the past year, everywhere in France, you have played your role for the national destiny, and you have showed us that, in fact, the hope for our country was not simply a bubble or a dream, but it was a real, determined will. And you've spent days, and when it wasn't sufficient, you've even spent nights. Tonight, my friends, I owe tonight to you. And please carry on with this commitment up until the end and above and beyond the end. Never give up. Never forget the months during which you changed the course of our country and ensure, be still courageous and demanding, and please pursue this path. From this evening onwards, I will go above and beyond, and I will gather together all the French people. I will never be far from you, and I will always need you. To the million of French men and French women who have shown that they trusted me by voting for me, I'd like to express my thanks. And I'd like to say, the crowds are shouting, thank you. I would like to say that I certainly take upon the responsibility. And tonight, it's a very serious joy. In your name, I will go for the second round of this election, and I will, in fact, be optimistic and also express the hope for this country and for Europe. And to my own, I'd like to say thank you to those who are there and those that are no longer there, because after all, you don't do anything well unless you remember where you come from and who you are. To my family and to Brigitte, she's always present, and she's been even more present. And without her, I wouldn't be myself. From now on, dear friends, I will now try to gather people together even more, to reconcile our France in order to be able to win in 2 weeks, and to be able to become president of our country in the future. Over the past few months, I heard certain doubts were expressed, anger, the fears of the French people, and its desire for change as well. And that's what has allowed it to decide upon who to vote for, by setting aside the two parties that have been governing for over 30 years. This evening, I would like to address myself to all French citizens, to France of the Hexagon as the France of overseas. I know what your expectations are, and in 2 weeks' time, I hope to become your president. The president of all the French people, the president of patriots faced with the threat of nationalists. A president who will protect, who will transform and build. A president who will allow those who want to create, innovate, to enterprise and work to do so more easily and more speedily. A president who helps those who have less, those who are more fragile, or who've been slightly overcome by life, through school, through health, through work. Solidarity. I heard your hopes expressed to a real alternative for democratic vitality, for economic and ecological requirements, to build a possible future which will strengthen France in a Europe that will protect, and I will need your vote. I will need your trust. Dear compatriots, in the 2 weeks to come, I will make sure that together we will be able to gather as many of us as possible to allow for me to be voted on. And this strength will be determining in order to be able to preside and in order to be able to govern. The challenge from this evening onwards is not simply to go and vote against whoever. The challenge is to decide that until the very end we should finish with a system that was incapable of responding to the problems of our country for over the past 30 years. The challenge is to really turn the page of our political life and to ensure that every single person with fairness and efficiency can find their place in France and in Europe. And that's what our challenge is. And that's why, dear compatriots, I want from right now to build a majority within the government and new transformations. This will take place. There will be new faces, there will be new talents. Every single person can have their place. And I will not ask those who join me where they come from, but I will just simply ask them whether they agree that we should renew our political life to ensure the safety of French people, to free our work, to re-establish education, and to allow each and every one of you to progress in society wherever they come from, and also to relaunch the European construction. So right from this evening, take the risk that is yours to join me as well as the parliamentary majority that I will build right from tomorrow. My dear citizens, you have done so. You have carried us. You have demonstrated that in our country nothing was just fated. You are this image of renewal. You are this face of hope, French hope, and that within 2 weeks I want to ensure will win. My dear citizens, there are not a number of Frances, there's just simply one France. France, our France. France of patriots within a Europe that protects you and that we will refound. The task will be enormous, and I am ready for it, at your side. The fight can be dignified. To lead our country will begin tonight, and we will reign. Long live the Republic. Long live France.